Hi everyone, it is Friday afternoon. I am actually going to drop off some food for my friend because she left her Cracker Barrel stuff at my house when we went to the premiere last night. So I wanted to talk to you guys. Oh, my hair hurts. Dang it. Okay, I wanted to talk to you guys about the premiere and my opinion on the movie because I actually enjoyed it a lot. So, this is going to be a not spoiler-free because I'm going to talk about the things that were in the movie, so if you haven't seen it yet, I would stop watching now. Unless you don't care like spoilers like me, unless you don't care about spoilers like me, then you can watch to your heart's content. So, when we actually started watching the movie, I loved the way it started. Okay, I'm a big fan of the macro. It's got a lot of macro close-ups on, you know, different things in the movie, different aspects, different outfits, like the poor faces of the people that live in the district. I loved that. I thought it was really cool, and I thought, you know, it's a different way to make a movie, because usually you don't really see kind of macro looks like that. Usually it's just, you know, your typical normal setting, and then that's it. Another thing that I noticed that people didn't like about the movie is the fact that it had a lot of shaky scenes. And for me, I was like, because it is a very shaky movie, but it's not like shaky in the way that it makes you feel sick. Like, when I saw Transformers 2, I thought I was going to throw up. Because it was too shaky, there were way too many things going on at the same time, it was horrible. But the thing with The Hunger Games is that it's not like every other thing that's already been out before. It is in a league of its own. So for it to be filmed in a way that you don't really see very often, I thought was very effective. And I very much enjoyed it. It was a little hard to get used to, I will admit, but I think for the setting of the movie and the way it was made, I think it worked wonderfully. The things that they cut out, some of them, I actually didn't have, this is one of the rare instances where I didn't really have a problem with it. Like, I can name you so many things that I hated about Harry Potter 5 because they cut out so much stuff. Sorry, I'm gonna have to burp. Excuse me. But with this, the things that they cut out, it was tastefully done, and then they added in things that almost made it a little bit better to watch. Like, example, in the books, you don't really hear a lot about Seneca Crane, the head gamekeeper, or game maker. You don't hear, you only see him for very brief instances in the book, and you're just kind of like, whatever. But, like, in the movie, he's given his own character, and I really, really liked that, because I actually, you know, it's kind of, it's one thing to, you know, see the games from Katniss's perspective, which you do in the book and in the movie as well, because you're kind of, it's almost like the subtext in the movie is fantastic. I mean, there's, like, instances where they'll say something, and deep down you know it's actually talking about something else, and it's not confusing at all. And, I just felt so bad for Seneca, like, at the end, when President Snow, you know, made him take one of the Nightlock berries. I mean, in the book, you just assume he's dead, and you don't really care, but in this, it's kind of like, he's actually just doing his job. I mean, I don't really feel bad for him in the sense of what he's doing, but at the same time, you're kind of like, holy crap, this is getting bad. And when Rue died in the movie, they actually show a little bit of an uprising in District 11. And that's the part that made me cry. Because you see the man that you think is Rue's father, or that's what you're led to assume, and you see them going crazy. And it works so wonderfully, because it will tie in so well to the parts of Catching Fire. When Catching Fire comes out, they won't even have to explain that much, because they've already explained it in the first movie wonderfully. And I mean, sure, there are some characters that are cut out that people don't like that. Like, you don't never hear about the Avix girl, you never hear about Mage. The cave scene with Katniss and Peeta is not nearly as long. The way some of the characters die isn't as is written in the book, but it's okay, because the movie, it's like, it was literally just, I don't know, I mean, watching a movie come to life from a book series is very, very, very just a different. It's a very experience. It's an experience because I read the books before I watched the movie. That's the first time I've ever done that, for the starting of a series. So, I knew what to expect. I just finished the book yesterday. I finished it before I watched it. I reread it. And I finished it. I knew what to expect. The only thing that I would have to say that, kind of made me sad is the fact that I don't really think that they don't really emphasize that Katniss is, acting for the games, and she's not really in love with Peeta, or she's just confused about her feelings, because they don't really say that at the end of the book. They really just show President Snow, and I was like, okay, that's like one bad thing I had a problem with, and that's about it. Overall, it's gotten great reviews. It's got an 86 right now on Rotten Tomatoes, and I trust Rotten Tomatoes for my reviews because it's not just one person reviewing it. It's a whole bunch of people from a whole bunch of different websites all coming together to vote on something and, give it a solid review. And an 86 is a very, very good review. Most of the stuff that people have been complaining about have been just the shakiness, and that's it. I liked it that way. It worked for me. I thought it was wonderful. And it was so great seeing something like that come to life. Because for people that haven't read the book, like my friend that I took with me, she's never read the books. And she was just, she told me she cried more in this than she has in anything she's ever seen before. She didn't even cry this much in Harry Potter. And that's been around for who knows how long. I'm just saying. So, this is my review of The Hunger Games. I give it an A+. If I was going to be critical, I'd say maybe an A-, but for now an A+, because I really did enjoy it. I'm actually going to go see it again tomorrow, because my one of my other friends, who I introduced the series to, wanted to see it with me, and I was like, yeah, it'd probably be better to see it, when it's not 3 in the morning. So, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Go see The Hunger Games. I highly recommend it. If you have read the books, I think you'll love it. If you haven't, I think you'll love it. It's just a very, very, very good series, and a very, 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 very good movie. I'm sorry. I'm in pajamas because my friend wanted food, so I shall talk to you. My hair kind of looks like Katniss right now. Okay, I'm going now. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.